Hey, how's everyone doing? Let me just clip this to myself. I'm not good. Actually, I hate clipping it to myself. I won't. I'm gonna leave it there. But anyways, I'll just give it a minute to get started. How is everyone doing today? I forgot that I haven't done a reading since I did this to my wall. So for those of you that have seen my readings before, this was just plain because I live in the basement. Me and my sister live together, and I live in the basement, and this is nice concrete, okay? And then the ceiling is like an office ceiling. So there's like not really much I can do to like hang stuff up on here. Like I had the tapestry and the like tape I used, or like the little, like I used like those like command strips. It fell down. So I Mod Podged some magazine stuff to my wall. Okay, so now we have something to look at in the background. Okay, love that. And I'm very maximalist with like my decorations. Like this is just a small semblance of like what the rest of my room looks like. Like everything is covered with something, like it's not like intense. It's a lot more, you know, it's not as much as it used to be like when I was a teenager, posters everywhere, but yeah, I got a new vibe for the wall, which is fun, right? Um Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of get into it though. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a while since I've done a collective reading, but I'm very happy to, jump in with you guys today. But what we're going to talk about today, I'm very excited. I love this energy that I've been feeling. Let me know if you guys have been feeling this energy lately, but basically the vibe I'm feeling is following my heart more. Okay. And so what that means for me is just like not thinking, but literally allowing myself to sit, feel before I act, before thinking, right? Instead of letting the mind guide me, I'm letting my heart guide me, right? And I've been doing this tarot business for like 7 years now. Like I've been meditating, I've been in that energy, right? But the difference between then and now is now I'm in an energy. We are in an energy, right? Of there's no more work left to be done, right? So what it feels like is, you know, yes, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying I'm a beacon of love and light and there's never a negative thought that pops into my head. No. But it's like there's no more judgment for, how I'm feeling, how I want to show up. There's no more, yeah, there's just no more like comparing my journey to others. There's no more saying, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this to be healed. I'm already there, right? I'm already my higher self. I'm already, source living through a physical experience, right? We're already there. Now we're just embracing who we are. We're working through that shadow work. I highly suggest, I'm going to put her Instagram in the comments when I'm finished with the reading, but this girl, Ashmi Path, I found her on Instagram. She gets her channels and downloads and she writes them. So like I get channels and downloads and I live through the experience and I share it through like my meditations, affirmations, things like that, right? So Ashmi, um she gets her channels and then writes, and she shared a passage she got the other day, and it was like there's no more seeking, there's no more healing we need to do, and the shadow work that we are doing is like a day-to-day experience. So for example, for me, what I've been doing is first of all, I've been doing a lot of meditations to connect with my heart, and just really feeling, like I said, I'm feeling rather than thinking. Okay. And say there's like a situation or an emotion that comes up that makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, for example, let me get an example going real quick. What's something recently I've done? Okay. So for example, if there's a situation where I know I want to go towards something, I know something feels right, but I feel fearful, whether that's I'm scared to go towards it, or I think, oh, well, if I'm like my best version of myself, then I wouldn't be in alignment with that. That's judging. My higher self can be in alignment with something that my ego may judge as like not something a healed person would do, but I already am a healed person. I've done that work. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about it for years on here, right? So If I'm already a healed person, then that means whatever it is I'm trying to go towards, just go towards it without judgment, because it is right, because you're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So what you have to work through is that fear, that judgment, that what you want to move towards isn't right for you when it is, right? So, for example, say like, you're moving through your ascension process, evolving, growing, whatever, and you're like, okay, well, I want to watch like some reality TV. Oh, but a healed person wouldn't be attracted to that energy or want to spend their time watching TV, whatever, whatever. That's not true, right? That narrative of judging what that healed version of you looks like, or judging yourself, right, for what you want to do, that's what we're working through now, right? We're realizing, hey, I've already done this work. I've already gotten there. What I need to work on now is accepting myself for who I truly am, not allowing fear, judgment, wanting to be accepted or validated by others guide me anymore, not wanting to compare myself to other people's healing journey, right? That's what we're doing now. It's fierce, right? I like it. I really like it. I love that energy. And so, what I've been doing in moments where I feel like that fear, that judgment come through from like your ego, your past self, whatever, when I feel that energy come through, I literally sit. I don't think, I don't assign it a name. I'm not like, oh, I feel sad. Oh, I feel judged. I don't do that. I just feel it. And you can feel when those uncomfortable energies are there. You can feel yourself becoming uncomfortable, angry, annoyed, whatever, judging, whatever. And I sit and I literally feel it, and I breathe. And you see like the shoulders come down, and I send breath to wherever that feeling is. And I imagine like sending sparkles, love and light, like love. And I shine light on that energy. I send love to that energy. I send acceptance to that energy, and I embrace it. And then that fear, that judgment goes away, and you can step into that true energy and embrace it. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Oh, I love the hearts. But yeah, so that's part of the energy. Oh, hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So the other day, and it's so funny. See, I have it here. Collective reading, listening to the heart. Someone sent me this letter. Mind you, I don't go to, this is from a church. I don't go to church. I don't know how they got my, doesn't matter how it happened, but it's from a church. I don't know how, but let me just show you what was being said. Okay, and mind you, like, I'm not a super religious person. I'm a very spiritual person, but I'm not very religious. But I respect however anybody gets to that higher energy. I love it. Okay, so here's what I had a church send me some stuff too. Interesting. So I'm going to show you or read to you what part stood out to me. Okay, she said, and it's from Deborah Hervey. Again, I don't know. Handwritten letter, like I do not know. Okay, so it says, from this we learn that God's kingdom is a kingdom in heaven that will soon put an end to all other governments. Okay, hold on. Let me back up. Hold on. Where does it start? Okay. In the days of those kings, and the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed. And this kingdom will not be passed on to any other people. It will crush and put an end to all these kingdoms, and it alone will stand forever. From this, we learn that God's kingdom is a kingdom in heaven that will soon put an end to all other governments and will last forever, allowing us humans to enjoy the best rulership we have ever known. Okay, so for me, that rulership is your full love and acceptance, following your heart, loving yourself. Exactly, the new earth. Exactly. So, and literally that ceremony I went to, it was an online ceremony from that girl I was talking about, Ashmi Path, right? It was about amen, correct. It was about going into the new earth, letting go of those tethers, those fears, those blockages that keep you from realizing you can have everything you want now. It can be easy now. And what was cool, she said that like the reason it can be so hard to like move towards it and fully believe like you're here, you're your higher self, is because we're the first like lifetime, I guess, that has experienced that, right? So in the past, you would have to, die to realize like, oh my God, we're all one, everything is love. Now we are realizing that now in these human physical forms, right? So there's a part of us, our higher selves in another dimension, whatever, whatever, that is living out these, beautiful lives and dreams and fulfilling everything. And we're like Ashmi said, she literally said this in her ceremony. You guys, I definitely suggest, I'll put it all in the comments later, but um she said like that version of us is coming together with this physical version who's getting there, like it's all coming together. So I don't know, we're all moving from the heart. It's feeling good. And any moments where there is like some discomfort, judgment, fear, doubt, whatever, just sit with it, breathe into it. I've literally been doing this like for weeks now because I started meditating and wanting to like listen to my heart, wanting to trust that it was already here. And I didn't realize this is what I was moving into, but this is how I tend to go through these channelings is I just gravitate towards certain things and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I get what's happening." So, yes, it's fierce. We're following our heart. That's the new earth is following your heart, listening to your heart, having love and acceptance for everything, everyone, right? Not judging, but knowing that exactly how you are is exactly how you should be. True acceptance. Ooh, we love it. Okay. The next, what's, Christina, we're about to really get into it, girl. It's really about to get into it. Okay. So the next thing that I was realizing for this collective reading was that we were embodying the feminine energy. Okay. Embracing the feminine energy. Okay. So how I have seen this playing out in my day-to-day life, like, this may be a little too much information for y'all, but I started my cycle on my birthday, right? So I was like, okay, this means I need to sit back, relax. Okay. If we talk about the Empress card, right? The Empress card is about sitting back, receiving. On most tarot cards, she's depicted, sitting in a throne, sitting up on a mountain, just sitting back, just having things create and flow, right? So I embodied that energy. I sat back, relaxed. I, cuddled up with some blankets. I did some yoga for cramps from Yoga with Adriene, yoga with Adriene's thebomb.com. Okay. And then while I did that yoga, I listened to a sound bowl for women. Um, and then I took like hours to get ready. I don't even like get super fancy with it, but I love taking my time to get ready. Like putting on lotion, listening to my music, brushing through my hair, like just taking my sweet ass time. Um, and then I went out and hung out with my friends, period. And her ceremony, the one I was just talking about, was on my birthday. I didn't watch it on my birthday, but it was on my birthday. So that was a big feminine, soft energy. Okay. And then on my birthday, I went and saw my mom, and she gave me this Mother Mary statue. You know what? I'm going to go grab it. It's so cute. Hold on. Some of you may have already seen it because I posted it. But so this is my Mother Mary statue. So what's really cool about this Mother Mary is originally my grandma gave it to me. Okay, and she made this for her grandma, or no, for her mom or for her grandma, I don't remember. And then I gave it to my mom back in the day because I was like, oh my God, my mom would love this. So interesting. And then on my birthday, my mom gave it back to me. And, obviously, and we just read, about the new kingdom and the church thing. So definitely like, because I feel like obviously in the Jesus story, Mother Mary is very significant, right? Obviously, that's the mom, the virgin, right? She's very important. Okay, and now she's going to be here for the reading. So that's amazing. Let's set her to the side. It's actually a really big statue. And I put that on my altar. And then I was watching The Real Housewives of Miami. I love. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Miss Christina. But I was watching Real Housewives of Miami because again, that's my feminine energy too. Like I love sitting back watching reality TV. I always did that with my mom when I was like in high school. So that was always fun. And in this episode, they went to Mexico and they went to a very beautiful church. And there was the she see, and I have her up here too, Guadalupe. In these candles I have up here on my altar, there's Guadalupe, and then there's the angel that has the two kids. And it's so interesting because it's like again, like I said, like I'm not super religious. I'm very spiritual, but like I respect all religion and I can see truth in all of them, especially like with the feminine energy that we're tapping into right now. I just love how in so many different aspects it was brought to me. Not only just interacting with my mom, embracing my own feminine energy, but like these saints in, these are the ones that we're dealing with right now. So it's like very obvious to me that we are embracing our feminine energy. And then another thing is so I was listening to this music while I was working on, just some of my business stuff. Okay, we don't need all of that noise happening right now. Sorry if that was super loud for you guys. But I was listening to this music and it was like meditation music in the rainforest. And it was so beautiful. And then I was like, okay, well let me like I want to listen to something like that again. And I just clicked on this random, like my YouTube, if you go to the homepage, it's all like tarot, meditation, yoga. Like that's all that it is on there. So I just clicked on a random YouTube meditation that looked like rainforesty, right? And it was like Pachamama. And Pachamama is a goddess revered by the indigenous peoples of the Andes. And I'm reading this off of Wikipedia right now. In Inca mythology. And I've always loved like the Mayans, Aztecs. Like I've always loved their culture. So that's just interesting that that's where that's from. And then it says in Inca mythology, she is an earth mother type goddess and a fertility goddess who presides over planting and harvesting, embodies the mountains, and causes earthquakes. She's also an ever present and independent deity who has her own creative power to sustain life on this earth. Her shrines are hallowed rocks or the boles of legendary trees, and her artists envision her as an adult female bearing harvests of potatoes or coca leaves. The Pachamama is their prime origin. All right, cool. So obviously even more feminine energy, right? So we're just tapping in all the way. I love it. And you know what? I'm reminded of my favorite movie, Apocalypto. Okay, and that movie is literally spoken in like an ancient Aztec language. And it's basically what happens in the story is the Mayans come in, ravage this village, and the main character is, he lives in the village, right? So in that movie, his wife is pregnant and he hides his wife and his kid in like a what did they just say? Bro, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. Okay, hallowed rocks. Okay, and it was literally like looked like a kind of like a waterfall, but like a cave, and he like lowered her down into it, almost like a well kind of thing. So hollowed rock. I mean, I can't make it up. Beautiful. Yes. You are a goddess, godmother. And you know what? My older sisters, because I only have older sisters, they call me Mother Moon. And like my mom, they call me Mother Moon. So funny. So, yeah, it's definitely following the heart, embodying the feminine energy, embracing the feminine energy. And by the way, we all have feminine and masculine energies within us, right? It's not about like your gender or anything like that. It's simply energy. So, like when you think of feminine energy, it's like soft, it's receiving, sitting back, embracing your abundance. Masculine energy is more action, more like moving forward, taking steps towards something, like protective energy. It's a difference in energy. And like I'm in my masculine energy, like when I'm handling my business, right? And I'm also my feminine energy with my business now too, because now I'm sitting back and allowing things to move slowly and like just trusting the flow more. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited to see what is about to come through in this reading, but it's been a good energy. I'm glad that you guys are resonating with it and that you guys know what I'm talking about. So that's dope. And so, what's cool? I just did this wall here. And you know how many women are on here? The only man, I believe, is Albert Einstein. Okay. And he's lit. So he can be up here. And it's not to say that it's like, okay, feminine, like now it's like we hate men. No, that's not what it is. Because feminine energy likes masculine energy to, balance it, right? And I'm not saying this in gender and things like that. I'm saying the energies balance each other. You need one for the other. What type of readings do you do? Right now I'm doing a collective reading. So I'm just tapping in on that energy, but I do all kinds of readings. But yeah, let's go ahead and tap into it. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna like tap and see. You guys will see me throughout this reading, feeling my heart. That's me following my heart. I'm feeling, not thinking. Okay, because thinking, that's like preconceived notions. That's making assumption. That's judging, whatever. So feel. All right. Let's tap into it. Yeah, it just showed me the new earth. I'll answer your question in 1 second. It showed me the new earth, which again, in that ceremony I went to. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. In that ceremony I went to, she had us like look at the new earth, envision it, see what it looked like, and it was so beautiful. It made me think of, if you guys have seen The Road to El Dorado, I think it's Pixar or DreamWorks. It's like a guy with blonde hair and brown hair. They go to El Dorado. El Dorado, the magnificent. Okay. It was like that vibe though. It was very beautiful, very just gorgeous. Okay. I'm about to get into it. So, like psychic reading, yeah, I mean, it's like I channel. So I use tarot cards. I meditate before I do my readings, things like that. If you want to know more about it, just let me know. Just like shoot me an email, or like, you can message me on like Instagram or something. Okay, but let's get into it. Okay, so we have schizophrenia coming out first. Okay, and then we have abundance, right? So this is a very abundant, beautiful energy. This is something that's very, like look how, and see, even this guy is sitting back, relaxing in his feminine energy. He's letting things come to him. He's chilling, he's kicking it, right? So that's definitely the energy we are moving into. And of course, with schizophrenia, like it's going to take some time to get there, right? So, and so like some of us, like we are, we're in the middle of like going to that realization, right? Like some of us are in the in between. And like I said, there are times for me when I have to sit and breathe and send love and light to that fear and to that worry, right? So, there's no need to judge yourself for not already being there, but you already are. It's about accepting yourself for exactly who you are, right? To get there. But yeah, we're still working through those, last bits of fear. We're still, unpacking some boxes and like having to sort some things, still having to shine a flashlight on some parts of ourselves and show it some love and acceptance. But I'm telling you guys, there's a beautiful, beautiful new chapter coming forward for us. It really is. Okay, with conditioning, totality, maturity. Yeah, like everything's coming together. Everything is coming together, okay? And know that, these fears that we're working through, this has been, like I said, the entirety of Earth, we've had to mold ourselves and like, fit in to survive. So as we work towards like unlearning all of that, as we work towards being the first lifetime to understand and really know that we are one, we are love, we are source, and we are allowed to be exactly who we are and love and accept ourselves exactly as we are. That takes a lot. There's a lot of unlearning, but we've done it, right? Now we can have this rebirth. See? It's crazy. It's like at first we were hiding ourselves, hiding our power, hiding our ferocious, I don't know. And now look, we're emerging so strong from the lion. We are showing out. We are embracing ourselves. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Yeah, it's like we realize, like, because with morality, this is like people using things, like judging people, basically, right? And so we're realizing, that's not the way to be anymore. And this even is reminding me of like people working like those 9 to 5s and just doing things that they're not passionate about just to live a lifestyle that other people told them they wanted to live. We're breaking out of that. See? We're breaking out of it. We're slowing down. We're living more fulfilled lives, new vision. We see life as we want it. We're going towards the life we want, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Beautiful. I like it. These nails are really long, but again, I love them, you know? See, we have change. There's new energy, there's a new earth, a new world. Like, we're going towards it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I just like, it makes me think of like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. See? Oh, it's so good, you guys. The source. Are you kidding? I'm not making this up, you know? Like, we are moving closer to source. We are realizing we are source. We no longer think that this is something outside of us. We no longer think this is something we have to chase to achieve. Whether this is like knowing that you are source, knowing that you are the divine, that you are love, or say it's like something like for me, for my business, I know that I'm already doing it. It's just going to get bigger from here. I don't have to chase, right? This is being in your feminine energy. Yes. You're opening up to all the possibilities. You're realizing this is fun. This is playing. You're realizing this is something that can be easy. Yes, we are the world. We are the children. You know, like you realizing you can do anything you want. You're realizing I am the divine. I am source. I am God. You're God. We're all God. Like, it's beautiful. Yes. I love it. I'm so excited. All right, let's keep it moving and grooving. I love it. Yeah. But it's like you guys are realizing, and that's what Ashmi was saying. She was like, we're the first lifetime, because before everyone had to die or like go through a near death experience to realize these things, right? Or some sort of like psychedelic experience, right? But now we're living this out in our day-to-day lives, right? We're bringing the 5D down. Oh, beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm getting high. Okay. We've got courage. We've got ripeness. We're ready to break out of the mold, right? We're ready to be our true selves. We're ready to shine our beautiful light. We're ready to, take that leap of faith. We're ready to cross the bridge. Okay. It's beautiful. Okay. Look at this transformation. Look at that. This is a rebirth. This is a whole big shift. This is the new earth. Okay. See, trust, participation. Look, we are ready to take that leap. We're ready to have community, to coexist, co-create. Yes. I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. See, conditioning. We're breaking free from the conditioning. I'm telling you. And having that be right under schizophrenia. Yeah. See, total. This shit is so good, man. I'm obsessed with what I do. Okay, so as you see here, we're breaking free from the conditioning, okay? We're ready to cross the path. We trust one another to help one another, right? There's more sense of community happening. You guys could be, deepening friendships right now, hanging out with more people, being more social. But that's because you're moving towards things that you actually care about. You're living in your truth now rather than following what you think you should follow. Beautiful. See? In that feminine energy. So much abundance is coming through. It's about to be so beautiful. I'm excited. So excited. And I'm so happy that we just get to break free from and I understand why we all had to, and not necessarily us, because again, this is more so about generations before us, right? But I'm just happy that we get to move away from that. I'm happy that we get to be our true selves. I'm happy that there's so much healing. And I understand that a lot of this was on us as well to heal all of this, right? I know for sure, I'm one of the first people in my family to go to therapy and do spiritual healing. Definitely one of the first for the spiritual stuff, but it's not easy to have to be the one to be like, okay, so now we have to break it starting now, so I just think it's really cool, how we all together, they had to endure it, we had to heal it, and it's beautiful that we all could come together and experience this new earth. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so we have nothingness. So what's really cool is this is under abundance. So what's cool about nothingness is this is moving without attachment. This is moving without expectation, right? This is just moving in true alignment. With nothingness, it's just like it's not that there's nothing there, but it's like if there's nothing there, then there's nothing that's wrong. You know what I mean? I know we just have healing, consciousness, ordinariness. Yeah, it's like we're falling back in love with life. Beautiful. We're freeing ourselves from the past. We're freeing ourselves from the judgment. Let me move this mic. It's very exciting. See, yeah, flowering coming out here. See, Thunderbolt. Beautiful. Okay. What's amazing is there was a big, a lot that we had to go through. I mean, I live in America, right? So it's like obviously there's a lot going on in America, right? But it's not just America, right? It's everywhere. There's so much being shed. There's so much being realized. I mean, Queen Elizabeth died like that. Major shifts were happening during this time, right? And because of all of that crumbling down, it allowed us to be reborn and become closer to source. And I always said that. I said to people, I was like, we're just going through our tower moment. That's why everything is so scary. That's why everything is so intense. All this shadow had to have a light shined on it, or else we would just be building this new earth with all these old programming still in place. We had to break them down in order to get closer to source, in order to get closer to our true selves. We couldn't do this if those were still there. So I know it was, like I said, imagine having to heal it. I know it was uncomfortable, right? It was, but we had to do it in order to have this new energy, right? Yeah. Yeah. In order to come to this awareness, the veil had to be, ripped open, and that's uncomfortable, but it's beautiful. It's worth it. All right. Yeah. That's why we have consciousness. Okay. See, and it's underneath courage because it does take courage. It takes bravery. It takes strength to be able to be like, you know what? This isn't right for me. I know it's been right for everybody for generations. I know it's been, sweep it under the rug for generations, but not with me. I'm not cool with that. I can't do that. I'm going to be my true self. I have to be. There's no other choice. That is bravery. Okay. Yeah. Exhaustion, suppression. Yeah. See, and it goes from 9 to 10. We couldn't do it. It came to us and it ended with us, right? Letting go. And then we have creator, because we know that we create our own reality, right? We were the ones brave enough to step into this. Beautiful. And they were the ones, and I'm not speaking, I mean, for a lot of it, it is like just generational, but there's different people with different energy who, are, stuck in certain energies and timelines that we're freeing ourselves from, right? And they're the ones who have to endure it so that way we can see it. And we're the ones who have to shine the light on it. So both things are as admirable. And if anything, being in the dark is the harder one, because that's so uncomfortable. At least we know we get to like have love and light at the end of it. And they do too in their own way, right? All right. You guys know what I'm trying to say there, right? Like, I hope that made sense. All right, let's get one more card here, and then we're going to get some oracle messages. There we go. Participation, rebirth, and there we go. We're breaking out of like holding ourselves back. We're owning our own light, which makes us find our true, soul tribes, our family, the people we're meant to be around. Because the more we are in our truth, the more we will accept ourselves and accept others, and the more like genuine the connections will be. Yeah, we're breaking out of like the false narratives, false rules that were placed on society for a long time now. Beautiful, yeah. It's moving forward, ready to receive a beautiful new life. I love it. Okay, fierce. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and get some oracle messages. So this is the Soulful Woman deck. Oh, and this is the Osho Zen Tarot deck that I'm using here. Very beautiful deck. All right, let's get some oracle messages. But yeah, it's just like we're going beyond the veil. We're crossing the threshold. We're, moving in alignment. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's even more than, it's just beautiful. Okay. This shit makes me so happy. I love it. All right. So, first card that came out was number 20, Enlightenment Power. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. Beautiful. Being aware of what makes you feel good and going towards that. That's the main thing that is happening here. And that's why all of this beautiful energy is ricocheting out. It's like because we are all finally trusting our hearts, moving with our intuition, not caring about what other people expect of us, because we are, following our own heart. Everything is following its own heart, What we do for ourselves ricochets out because we're all one. Okay, I'm going to read out of the book for these guys, though, because I feel like it's important. All right, Enlightenment Power. I am a woman who chooses to pursue her own spiritual development and evolution. While I understand that at the level of absolute reality, male and female are simply forms of manifestation that come and go, still I seek a new kind of enlightenment, one that embraces the sacred feminine path of love and grace. Absolutely. See, that's what we're moving with. More love and grace for ourselves, for our journey, rather than expectation or whatever, or judgment. I practice my spirituality in my own way. Rather than accepting limits or dogmas that tell me what I should or should not be spiritually or otherwise. See, like we're not listening to what we should or should not be. We're doing our own thing. I love it. I learn how to embrace a more enlightened state of being through simple practices such as gratitude, compassion, and self-love. And that's what I'm saying. Like instead of like moving with rigidity or like forcing or control, we're moving with compassion, self-love, and gratitude, softness. We're shining light on it. Love. I love it. Oof. All right, let's get a couple more cards, and that'll be that. If y'all are tapping into this, like, let me know what you guys are going through. Like, how have you been seeing more feminine energy being embodied in your own life? How have you been following your heart? What do you think about the new earth? Like, what are you guys going through with that? Tell me. Come a chameleon. No more. We're not chameleons anymore. Okay, we have number 8, Soul's Truth, and that's infinity, and we're in an 8 year, so I like that. This is listening to your heart, and I'm going to freak out. I listen to my soul's simple truths and allow my life to unfold naturally. See, and like how her eyes are closed, and like that's what I was doing. I was like, listening to your soul's truth, having your heart guide you, not your mind, not your expectations or judgment, but listening to your heart. I just got to make sure that mic doesn't die. My soul is moved by simple truths and authenticity. The path of the soul can be different from that of the rational mind, and it can take longer to reveal itself. Today, I listen to my soul. I ask myself, what do I really want? What do I really need? Whether I'm at the beginning, middle, or end of a phase, I embrace this moment for the wisdom it brings. I allow change to occur naturally. I wait to see what unfolds, what shows up for me. I give space to the unknown and to myself. Absolutely. Intentions and goals can sometimes be a list of shoulds and must-dos, but soul speaks a different language, one that's free of conventional agendas and ideas. I mean, can I be any clearer? Therefore, I'm willing to take time to simply reflect on and appreciate where I am right now. That's the whole point. Reflect on, appreciate where you are right now. It's exactly where you're meant to be. Rather than feeling I need to push to create something new. And that's what I've been doing too. Like instead of like forcing myself to always be working on my business and always doing this, and this, I just flow with what feels right and go towards that. What did I just say? I just flow with what feels right. This is in the flow, number 29. When I'm in the flow, magic happens. Ugh. And literally, I forgot to tell you guys about this. It was like a couple days ago. I was just kind of like really realizing all of this. This was before I did the ceremony, okay? And I was just like, I was realizing because I wasn't listening to my heart, I was overworking myself. And then I didn't feel supported by myself. And I misinterpreted that by not feeling supported by other people, right? But after like, going through the feelings of it all, I realized I just need to be there for myself more, allow myself to take breaks, flow with what feels right, listen to my heart, and then I will feel supported, you know? And then I'll have time to hang out with people. And I gave myself a reading and I hung out with my mom that whole day. So again, more of that feminine energy. And I got this card when I gave myself a reading. Okay, so 29, in the flow. When I'm in the flow, magic happens. Look how cute this card is. When I'm in the flow, doors open and lights change to green before me. See? When I'm in the flow, I relax and am guided in ways I hadn't thought of. Each step, each person, each connection is revealed to me. When I'm in the flow, a cosmic yes mirrors the yes from within my heart, and magic happens. But if I find myself pushing for what I want, if I find I am dissatisfied or frustrated, I may be out of flow. I'm telling you. And a lot of the times we will push that irritation away. We'll be like, okay, I'll give myself a break if I just do this one more thing. Or, we just ignore that or judge it, but it's there telling us that like something's not right. To rediscover my inner flow, I stop and notice any resistance I'm experiencing. Outer resistance may be universal feedback telling me no or not now. Or inner resistance may be my own deeper knowing that no, this isn't right. Then an opening can occur, a small crack in my thinking that reveals something new, and I get back in the flow, trusting that the flow is taking me where I need to go. Trust it. All right, last card, 39, Princess Charming. I'm obsessed with that. I actually love that. I don't think I've ever gotten this card before. It's been a while. I don't know. I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming, taking care of my own needs. All right. I am my own Princess Charming. I no longer wait for Prince Charming to ride up on his trusty white horse. You know what's interesting though is I literally did just like I just had a big realization with my own like I guess you could call it my love life. Yeah. I just had a lot of realizations with my own love life, so that's cool. Instead, I take the horse by the reins, loving myself and taking care of my own financial security. In this way, I make sure I am safe as I move through this amazing world. And some of you guys like may like cuz for me, I've always been very independent. Like I've been single most of my life. Like I'm not a big person like I don't rely on a lot of people, right? And I used to judge myself for this. I used to be like, "No, I should want a person. I should seek that," right? But like really, I love being on my own. I love being left alone. I love like doing my own thing and not having to like check in on anyone or entertain anybody. Like I love doing what I want to do when I want to do it. That's why I don't have pets. Not me thinking a partner's a pet, but it's like for me it is because it's like I don't want to be bothered with anybody. So it's like I just made some realizations with my own love life. And some of you may be like more on your own, more independent. You may not want like a long-term commitment right now or want to want anybody right now. And that's cool. So just accept that and work through the part of you that judges yourself for not wanting a partner, you know? Okay. This process is an important step in my empowerment and expansion as a woman. By taking the reins in my life, I integrate the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within my own being. See? I honor the strengths and gifts of of these energies into my own lived experience. I love it. That's fierce. All right. Very cool. Yeah, I definitely like this energy. I like this vibe. What I get from it, that just for me, is that we are following our heart. We're trusting ourselves. And what we're working on now, it's not more healing, it's seeking or anything. We're already there, but we're working on trusting how that version of us shows up. So we may have thought or expected when I'm at this higher self, this is the way I'm going to behave. These are the things I'm going to do. These are the people I'm going to surround myself with. It may be different than what we expected. So what we're working on now is accepting that and letting go of that judgment. All right. That's where I'm going to leave it today, guys. I'm going to go on a walk with my friend. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me. If you vibed with it, let me know, and let me know how is this playing out in your life. I truly want to know. And do you guys like the wall? It's cute. I like it. I forgot it was there, honestly, so I love it. All right, that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.